Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today we will discuss about the planning and acquisition of equipments under a special and research libraries. Myself, Dr. Anil Kumar Dhiman, working as information scientist in Guru Guru Angade University, Haridwar, Uttarakhand. So students, now have a look on the main objective of the module. The main objective of this module are to study factors for selection of furniture and the equipment, library furniture and equipment with movable and fixed items. Main emphasis will be given on to study lighting, heating, cooling and ventilation equipment, noise prevention equipment and on the fumigation chambers. Further, the principle of library furniture and design with respect to material construction, comfort, finishing and curling, proper proportioning, standard shelving, local climate, mobility, easy maintenance and economy will be studied. Major library furnitures like a shooter counter, book steps, book display rack, periodical display rack, catalog card cabinets, tables and chairs, and newspaper, display racks, and stands, etc. will be discussed in detail. The term library equipment can be clubbed for both the equipment and the furniture as well in a library system. Library furniture usually is made of wooden and metals, but the plastic furniture is also increasingly coming into the use. But we talk about the equipments only, they can be made of metals and some type of plastic only. However, most of the time, they usually consist of metals. First of all, have a look on the factors for selection of furniture and the equipments. Generally, the following factors are to be kept in mind while undertaking the selection of furniture and the equipments. Number one, flexibility of arrangement that is desirable. Built-in furniture and equipment such as the exhibition cases and load desks would be avoided as these are not easily moved or expanded in future. Wherever it is possible, book shelving should be standardized so that the parts easily interchangeable. Furniture should also be purchased in groups of uniform size. Table, chairs, counters, and desks lend themselves to such treatment. Further, comfort, durability, and variety should be sought, especially in furniture, although the quality for durability should apply generally to equipment as well as. Economy and ease of maintenance should be there. Colors and materials should be coordinated so as to provide an attractive and inviting atmosphere in harmony with the purpose of library. Besides, it is also determined what the furnishing should accomplish for the surplus library involved. Library furniture and equipments. Whether the furniture and equipments are purchased ready-made or being taken through the local manufacturers as per the standards, the library requires two types of the furniture and equipments. First, movable furniture and the equipments and fixed equipments. If we talk about the movable furniture and the equipments, they include items for public area that may consist of tables, chairs, shelving, counters, desks, filing cabinets, and exhibition cases. Items for workrooms may consist of office computers, work table, desk, chairs, shelving, and charging tray, and the book trolleys and the trucks. As far as movable furniture and equipments are concerned, equipments for specialized services may include audio video tapes, photographic instrument including Xerox machine, computer assisted machine, and computer themselves. Additional items would depend upon the local requirement of the library. Besides, book rack, book display racks, periodical display racks, newspaper stands, dictionary stands, pamphlet filing cabinets, vertical filing cabinets, cabinet for maps, and exhibition cases are also required in a library. Then coming to the fixed equipments. They are not movable and most of the time they are glued up, installed ones only. Most of the fixed equipments include the lighting, heating, cooling and ventilation equipments, noise prevention equipments, fumigation chambers, computer and communication equipments. Lighting. Proper and adequate lighting is very essential in libraries because a poor light may strain the eyes and may cause fatigue. On the contrary, a glare light is equally strenuous. So, following factors are the determinants of a proper lighting system: effects of ceiling heights, nature of the fixture, relative advantage and cost of incandescents and fluorescent lighting, and kind of lighting needed for a specific area in the building. However, as a rule, the lighting must be distributed uniformly. It is also important to keep in the view that stacks must be well lit so as to provide sufficient light for bookshelves, especially lowest as well as the highest ones. Emergency lighting system supplied by battery or generator must also be provided in the library to continue supply of the electricity in case of failure of electricity. Heating, cooling and ventilation. Air conditioning keeps the library cool during the summer and warm during the winter season. So proper air conditioning of a building must be done for heating, cooling and ventilation. Though the air conditioner is considered as a luxury item, especially in the environment of Indian context, but the main object of air conditioning is to keep the library reasonably cool in summer and warm in winter. The study shows that comfortable place of work increases the efficiency of the staff and also help the readers to study with concentration for a long time. Further, air conditioning would be useful for certain areas such as rare book room, room storing microfilms, microfiche, and microcards, and today's for CDs, DVDs, and other computer output formats. Xerox room machine may also require proper installation of air conditioning system. Noise prevention. Generally, two types of noises are observed in a library, from outside source and inside source. Steps can be taken in the beginning while selecting the site far away from playground, music, or recreational room, and possibly to keep building in calm and quiet place of organization as far as the outside noise is concerned. Inside noise created by human voice, impact of footsteps, banging of doors, use of equipment or any mechanical device. It may also be produced by moving furniture or other such item inside the library. This type of noise can be reduced by using insulating materials and devices. Flooring of tiles or ground cork of asphalt or of rubber are some of the more satisfying flooring materials that can be used in the libraries. Fumigation chambers. Fumigation is done to avoid damage of books and other reading materials from insect and fungi, which attack books frequently, particularly in humid and warm climate. Fumigation equipments are to be used, but they are to be placed far away from the readers, and all of the materials related to fumigation can be kept there to reduce the noise. As far as possible, the fumigation chambers are to be built on the uppermost story of the library building. Computer and communication equipments. Computer and communication devices, passenger lift, book lifts, fire alarm system, etc. may be required in a library, but the effort should be made to keep them just away from the reading area to minimize the noise inside the library. Telephone, fax, and computer-assisted equipments are essential things in modern environment, but they should also be kept far away from the reader's area. Internet access can be provided in separate room or the places. Now have a look on the principle of library furniture and design. Generally, the library furniture should be of good quality and must give the library an aesthetical and pleasant look with durability and functionality. There are some principles of library furniture and designing which are formed to be followed when a library plans to purchase or acquire them. These consist of material, construction, comfort, finishing and coloring, proper proportioning, standard shelving, local climate, mobility, and easy maintenance and the economic. Material. The material used for furniture should be selected on the basis of the durability, resistance to wear and tear, adaptability to different finishing techniques, and the cost and beauty. Construction. The construction of the furniture should be as such as withstand abrasions and impact, and the joints are fully tight to give the durability to the furniture. Comfort. Comfort means the furniture should be designed such a way so that they could provide comfort to the users while they sit for a long time for a study purpose in a library building. Finishing and coloring. The finishing of the furniture should be surface coated, it should be well protected, and must enhance the beauty of the articles made. Besides, the colors and the material should be combined in such a way that it could give attractive look and could attract the users. Proper proportioning. A proper proportion allows adding the symmetry and aesthetic beauty to the furniture. This is an inherent quality in the designing of the furniture, so proper proportion should be given due weightage while go for furniture and its implementation and installation in the library building. Standard shelving. Book shelving should be standardized so that the parts are easily interchangeable. Besides, the table, chairs, and counter should be purchased from one firm in group to maintain uniformity. Local climate. When the selection of the furniture is done, the attention should be given on the local climate so that the local climatic factor could not damage the furniture in near future. Mobility. Mobility means the furniture should be easily and conveniently mobile so that they could be adjusted anywhere according to the needs in library building on various occasions. Easy maintenance. The furniture should be so durable and designed that its maintenance could be done easily and with minimum of expenditure. Economy. Economy is the last but not the least factor to concentrate. It should be kept in mind that furniture should not only be durable and serviceable but also be economical. Major library furniture. Coming to the types of library furnitures, most of the time a library has issue written counter, book stack and shelves, book display rack, periodical display rack, catalog card cabinets, table and chairs, newspaper display rack or stand, dictionary stand, atlas stand, book trolley, exhibition cases, and study carrels as the major items. Issue written counter. Issue written counter is also known as charting desk. It is one of the largest service desks that is usually prepared for an individual library and very seldom out from the market. Generally, the height of the counter facing the reader should be 1 meter and the width at the top is in relation to the 70 centimeter. Normally, the counter is intended for 2% to job at a time. Adequate knee leg room is provided at spaces where the library staff sit and perform their job. High chairs are necessary to job at high counter. Footrest is also to be provided to create sitting comfortable. Nowadays, self check-in and self check-out, that is also known as automatic issue return systems, are being used. They can also be installed over the manual issue return counter with the provision of self check-in and self check-out requisites. Further, automatic gates can also be installed at the exit gate through which borrowers may take out the books from the library. Book stacks and shelves. Book stacks are used to shelve the books, bound volumes of periodicals, other kinds of reading materials, and sometimes also the pamphlets. Shelves come into different types. Normal fixed shelves where material can be arranged in double rows. Further, there are also rolling stacks where stacks are mounted on ball bearing wheel placed side by side. Shelves can be made of wooden or steel, but its choice largely depends upon the atmospheric condition. Metal feels harder, and because of its tensile strength, thinner racks can be used and book storage capacity can be decreased to the maximum. However, wooden racks look attractive, but they can easily catch the fire and also the humidity, which can damage the library collection. Book display racks are needed to display the most recently acquired books in the library for their readers. There are different types of book display racks available in the market, which can be purchased for the library, but more commonly used are racks of bulletin board type and display troughs, which are used for books, and portable troughs for books which are kept on a table, but the height of the book troughs should not be more than 3 feet from the floor. Periodical display rack. Libraries usually display periodicals for attracting the user, which lead to greater use of them. The method of displaying the periodicals are determined by a number of factors, which may include, firstly, the types of periodical acquired, second, floor space available, layout of the library, and types of the user coming in the library. However, periodical display racks may be of the following types: pigeonhole types, step type, and incline type. In pigeonhole type display rack, it has two parts. One is a cupboard in the bottom and the other pigeonholes at the top. This is the most popular type of racks for displaying the periodicals. Its overall height and width are 225 cm into 180 cm, and the depth is 30 cm in the pigeonhole and 40 cm in the bottom cupboard section. Each element can hold 36 journals at a time in pigeonhole section. This type of display rack is very convenient and useful in the library, but it is normally single-sided, and the disadvantages of this kind of display rack is that the journals cannot be displayed prominently. Step by display rack. In such type of racks, each step being 5 cm depth and 15 cm high, the length of the rack is usually 90 cm. There may be 4 to 5 steps, and on each step 4 to 5 journals can be displayed. Further, on a single-sided rack, 20 to 25 journals can be displayed at a time. But double-sided racks are not recommended as the element becomes too bulky, and it is better to place two single-sided racks back to back if necessary for more journals. Incline type of display rack. Incline type of the racks is the best one to display periodicals. This is a box kind rack with 5 or 6 horizontal shelves, which are sheltered through hinged wooden plank with an inclination of 30 degrees to the shelf plank. The shelves can be partitioned into pigeonholes depending on the design, each pigeonhole being provided with individual hinged wooden plank. The bottom edge of the inclined plank has a wooden head to rest the journal. The overall mass of a rack is 195 or 225 cm in height, 90 or 120 cm in width, and 45 cm in depth. These racks are fairly heavy, thus caster wheels are used for movement. The inclined plank gives a bigger display for the periodicals, and the big issues are stored in the staff leg room behind the inclined plank. At a time, 20 to 30 periodicals can be displayed in one rack at a time. Catalogue card cabinets. Catalogue card cabinets were the most used item of any library in olden times for the library staff and the users. However, small libraries can still hold the card catalog and use card cabinets. The cabinet may be made of wood, steel, or the newer plastic material, which is finding its increased acceptance. A cabinet can accommodate 6 vertical rows of drawers or 12.8 into 7.8 into 40 cm dimension. Each tray can accommodate 1000 cards of medium thickness. However, it is better to have modular cabinets, each having 24 or 30 drawers, than a monolithic, unwieldy piece of furniture. Tables and chairs. Library tables are usually made of wooden or metal or a combination of both. The chairs are required for reading hall, lounge, staff room, and the seminar room, etc. The chair's head should be at least 26 inch in height, with a knee height of 17 inch, and their arms shall be 21 cm high from the seat and set back 7.5 cm from the front edge of seat. If possible, backrest shall be curved in plan and shall be not more than 18 cm in height, measured from the armrest. Today's plastic made chairs and tables are also coming, which are attracting the planner to use them in libraries. But chairs and tables should be fitted with noise prevention rubber studs or tips in the legs to avoid noising. Newspaper display racks or stand. These racks are used to display newspapers. Newspaper racks may be of different size depending upon the types of newspaper being subscribed in the library, but being unwieldy in size, they are difficult to handle and store. Besides, individual newspaper stand built of wood or the steel for displaying a single newspaper are also bought in many of the libraries. Dictionary stands. Multi-volume dictionary and encyclopedia, including such other voluminous books, add the beauty of the library. Hence, specially designed small racks are bought in library for displaying them. It proves not only convenient but also provides easy handling of them for the readers. Atlas stands. Atlases are oversized publication, therefore they are also to be displayed on special racks. Usually these racks may range from 3 to 5 feet in height and 2 feet in width and 2.5 feet in depth. Book trolley. Book trolleys are used to carry and transport the books and other reading materials from one section to another section. Book trolley made of wood or steel can be bought in the library for such purposes. The book trolley has 2 pairs of sloping shelf planks and one flat plank or one plank for books of larger size. These may be fitted with 4 wheels, one of the swelling types at each end and two of the fixed type at the center. The wheel should be covered with rubber bumpers so as to prevent the noise in movement and scaring the wall. The standard sizes of book trolley are 2 feet 2.5 inches in width, 2 feet 6 inches in length, and 3 feet in height. However, inclined shelves in the book trolley are more advantageous as visibility of call numbers on the book arrangement by them adds the convenience for the staff in locating the books. Exhibition cases. Different types of exhibition cases are used to display recently received reading materials in the library to make aware the readers about them. So a library may procure any suitable types of the cases as per their requirement. Study carrels. Study carrels are a small enclosure or space in the stack room of a library that are designed for privacy in studying or reading. They may also be found of a cubicle or desk partitioned off for private study in a library. The carrels come in different shapes and sizes, and they may be procured for special readers in library who intend to sit continuously for a long time and undisturbed study. Coming more on the library equipments, a library can have catalog card duplicator, just like the ordinary stencil duplicator, which is specifically designed and measured for card duplication. Earlier times, typewriters for typing of the letters and making unit card of catalogs, but they have slowly been replaced by the computer-generated output of the catalog format and office correspondence. But filing equipments, record-keeping equipments, microform reading equipments, copying equipments, non-conventional indexing and filing equipment, and miscellaneous supplies and the equipments are still used in the library, whether it is of small size or larger in nature. Generally, the following types of equipments are used in a special library: filing equipments, record keeping equipments, microform reading or audiovisual equipments, copying equipments, non-conventional indexing and filing equipments, name another signboard, computer or computer-related equipments, and miscellaneous supplies and equipment. As far as filing equipments are concerned, they constitutes of various size and various types. They may be for correspondence, newspaper clippings, patents, standards, and many more types of material that need proper filing. For filing correspondence and other material in loose sheet format, vertical filing cabinets with pull-out drawers or lateral filing organizations that open from the side are appropriate. For storing pamphlets and book catalogs, boxes of several kinds made of cardboard, wood, metal, or the plastic are accessible. Besides, large steel cabinets with shallow drawers are accessible for architectural or technological drawings. Sometimes these are rolled and kept in cylindrical containers. Record keeping equipments. They are in the library most used for keeping records of periodicals, current issue, since they are received regularly and the back files are bound or otherwise preserved volumes. Cardex is used to keep the records of periodicals. It is made of metal cylindrical building, revolving on a ball bearing and having a knob at the top and a number of metal panels. These panels bear perforated strips of paper bearing the title of the journal subscribed through the library with their location are displayed. An easy loose leaf binder, which looks like bank ledgers, can also be used in lieu of Cardex. But with the introduction of computer-assisted techniques, its use is almost discontinued in recording of periodicals. Microform reading and audiovisual equipments. Microform reader, printer, and projector to read their contents were needed in olden times. Still, many libraries may have microform reading machine for reading microfiches and microfilms. Some of the special libraries may still have audiovisual documents in their collection. Therefore, they may be in need of procuring audiovisual apparatus to read them and hear them. However, nowadays, as said earlier, computer output facility for micro reading is available almost in every type of special library. So the use of micro reading equipment is discontinued and emphasis is being started on computer printers and other computer output forms. Copying equipments. Photostat copying machine is needed in a special library for making duplicate or multiple copies of the document for several purposes. Duplicating of the material can also be done with the scanners, but their use is time consuming and costly than the photostat. So for bulky duplication, photostat machines are required. Non-conventional indexing and filing equipments. Mechanical devices for sorting and information retrieval in library were used in olden times. Rapid selector and aperture card combine the filing and indexing operation, generally utilizing film copies of documents were also used in olden times. But they are used for sorting information, recording on special kinds of cards like as notch card, optical coincidence card, and aperture cards has become obsolete with the increased use of new computers. Only computers and computer output forms are used in almost every types of a special library, whether it is small or a big one. Name and other signboards. Suitable, unambiguous sign and name boards are extremely significant in physical scheduling of a library. But there should be consistency in rendering them, and they should be provided in logical order with descriptive, constant, and easily understandable terminology, having short, clear, and accurate message in suitable tone, relating them to architecture with due consideration to the principle of good design, like hyperface, mass, spacing of letters, lines, contrast, exploit of representation and color, etc. Lastly, they should be placed as decision points. Computer and computer related equipments. Today, libraries and information centers are blessed with electronic materials, and therefore special libraries are also gradually shifting toward the electronic libraries with electronic sources. Now we have CD, DVDs, which are not coming only with the books but also as electronic books only. Further, many offline databases are also available on DVDs, therefore special cabinets are required for storing them. Further, the use of RFID, that stands for radio frequency identification devices, is used as anti-theft mechanism and as an aid to automatic issue return of the books. It is also increasing. RFID stations are to be installed for providing automatic check-in and check-out facility at the entrance and exit of the library. Computer and computer-related equipments. Further explaining, library information kiosks which provide 24/7 information access facility about the holdings of the library, and online full text journals, database, and ebooks are also needed to be installed in the library. Automatic book return cabinets equipped with anti-theft fitting at the bottom and with adjustable feet are also being installed in few of the special library. Soon they will be the reality of all libraries. Besides, a library should have miscellaneous supplies and equipments. They may consist of a stool or ladder for reaching high shelves, storage, cabinet metals for office supplies, and with glass door for restricted documents, electrical stylus for script on the spines of the book, revolving stands, vacuum cleaners, bulletin boards, etc. So a due consideration is to be given to the such type of documents. Standard and specifications. If you talk about the standard specification in special libraries, various national and international standardizing agencies in different countries have developed suitable design to formulate systematically the library practice and bring them as standards. These standards provide necessary guidance to the librarians in choosing the right decision and functional efficiency in choosing appropriate furniture and the equipments. Indian standard specification for library furniture and fittings is available that may be consulted for details. Besides, National Institute of Design Ahmedabad has also done considerable job in designing functional library furniture. It can also be consulted for library designing and equipments in a special library. So students, at the end, we can say that the satisfaction of users and readers is utmost important for any library. Hence, a special library need to install essential equipments and the furniture for their comfortness. However, it is seen that the use of computers and communication technology in automation and online information services has greatly affected the trends of library furniture and the equipments. Gradually, all the things are being replaced by computer-assisted formats and operations. But the traditional furniture and equipments will remain in the use for a long time till the paperless library environment is to be achieved. So, a librarian has to pay due attention while going to purchase and install the furniture and equipments in the library. Thank you.